Hello, how are you guys? Please forgive me. I'm in an Airbnb and the lighting here, it's pretty bright. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought the lighting would be pretty bad. But I've had somebody ask me if I could go over my daily cancer fighting regimen, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and do that tonight while I have some makeup on. It's Sunday and it's late, and I've got all my stuff made that I make. I'm about ready to start taking it again here in about a half an hour. Start taking it. So, can I flip? Yes, I can flip. So what I will do is I'll maybe go back and forth between flipping to me and to my little setup here. Um, so if you guys are interested in what I'm doing to fight my cancer, let me tell you, in the alternative cancer fighting realm, there are only about 150 different ways that you could fight cancer. There's all these different supplements, all these different regimens. There's ivermectin, there's fenbendazole, there's RSO oil, there's um, different supplements, different treatments, high dose vitamin C. There's hyperbaric chamber or hyperbaric oxygen, coffee enemas. I mean, SEACT and all the stuff that I'm going to be showing you here. There's so many different ways to fight cancer. It doesn't just have to be all these horrible, poisonous ways that the doctors say you have to do it. You could do it other ways. And people are afraid to do that because they're like, well, what if it doesn't work? Well, how often does chemo fail? Like a lot. Like, I would say probably more times than not, chemo will fail a person. So don't let me get on my soapbox. Let's get straight to the point. The point is I'm going to show you what I do every day. And I'm going to show it all to you, and I'm going to tell you when and how and blah, blah, blah. So let me flip the camera. Please forgive me. I'm in an Airbnb. My little counter space here is a little bit cluttered, so please don't look at that. So, well, crud. Okay, I have to zoom in to get rid of. Let's see. If I come back real far, you can kind of see the whole shebang, whatever you want to call it. So I start my mornings every morning with this right here. This is called SEAC tea, and I get mine from genuineseac.com, and I buy these little packages of powdered herbs. And what I do is I take 134 ounces of water, I boil it, and then I dump these herbs in. You got to be careful. You got to do it slow because it'll boil over. And you boil it for 10 minutes, let it sit for 12 hours, and then I dump it in that. And you can see it's not the best looking stuff. You can't quite tell, but I have to stir it because you see all this. This is the powdered herbs. You leave the powdered herbs in. You don't strain it out. It's kind of gross looking. And it doesn't taste great. It's not horrific, but it's not great. I do mix it. So here's my glass that I'm going to take here in about 30 minutes. See all that sediment? So I'm going to have to stir it before I drink it. So I take 6 ounces of this as soon as I wake up, except for since I've been in the Airbnb, I've been out of whack. I haven't been doing it right. But as soon as I wake up, I take 6 ounces of that. I do mix mine with about 2.5 ounces, depending on the taste. There are 3 different tastes of this stuff. It can be incredibly bitter. It can be kind of oily tasting, or it can be kind of neutral tasting. So, they say with the different seasons, when they grow the herbs in different seasons, it'll have different tastes. So when it's bitter, I use more of that. When it's oily, I use more of that. When it's kind of a neutral taste, I don't use as much of that. But this is organic, pure pomegranate, fresh pressed, no sugar added pomegranate juice. I found that tastes the best with that. So I drink 6 ounces of that, plus 2.5 ounces of that every morning as soon as I wake up. And then an hour later, I come to this stuff right here, which is citrus pectin, modified citrus pectin. This is lime flavor. This is a powder. It's kind of like Tang. It tastes kind of like Tang. It's kind of gross, and I've never liked Tang, but some people do, so you might would like this. This is not orange or lemon flavor, it's lime flavor. This is 8 ounces. I drink 8 ounces of this an hour after I drink 6 ounces of that. So I drink 8 ounces of that, and then I wait 30 minutes, and then I can eat breakfast or lunch or dinner. Well, let's just stick with breakfast. 30 minutes after I eat that, then I can eat my breakfast. And then after I eat my breakfast, here, let's talk about breakfast. So on the Hoxie tonic, which I'll show you here in a minute, there are 4 things I cannot have. Well, there's lots of things I can't have. There are 4 things that I absolutely cannot have because it will deactivate the tonic. One is tomatoes. So anything with tomato, whether it's tomato paste, whether it's tomato powder, whether it's tomato puree, whether it's just something, anything that has tomatoes in it, I can't eat it, which sucks because it's like barbecue sauce, pasta sauce, a whole lot of Indian food has tomato. So nothing with tomato. I also cannot have anything with pork, which is no big deal. I don't really like pork. The only kind of pork I really like is maybe Polish sausage and bacon, but I can live without those. And no, I do not substitute with turkey bacon because turkey bacon is disgusting. I've tried. It's gross. So nothing with bacon, nothing with tomatoes, nothing with vinegar, which is also very hard because vinegar is in just about every single sauce and every single bread that you could buy at the store. So I cannot have hardly any sauces or any kind of bread. There's Ezekiel 4:9 bread, which actually, here, I've got some here. It's kind of gross too. I've been trying to eat it and it's just not very good. But let me flip you around here. Here is Ezekiel 4:9 bread. There's no vinegar in that. There's no like regular flour. It's flourless. It's not good, really. You toast it and put some butter and I found some jelly, which I'm getting off topic, but this jelly here is made without any kind of sugar. It's just made from natural fruit sugar. So I can eat this jelly, even though I'm supposed to watch out how much sugar, no matter what source it comes from. I'm not real good at watching. And I figure if it doesn't have cane sugar in it, I'm going to eat it. But this plus some butter makes that taste a little bit better. But I'm off topic. Just wanted to show you this stuff. Let's put the bread back. And so I eat my breakfast. Let's see, I said no tomatoes, no vinegar, no pork, and no kind of alcohol. Those are the 4 things that I absolutely cannot have, or it will deactivate the tonic. So I eat my breakfast. I also should not be eating anything with white cane sugar, which I pretty much don't for the most part. Every now and then I might eat something that has a small amount in it, but very like this bouillon that I have has a little bit of sugar in it. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to use the bouillon. I'm sorry. It's my body, and if I'm screwing things up, I'm screwing things up. But I shouldn't have any sugars, no white flour, no white grains like white rice, white pasta. So anyway, I eat my breakfast. And then after I eat my breakfast, it's now time to move on to, sorry about that, time to move on to this stuff here. This is the Hoxie tonic that they send you home with. And they send you home with this in a closed container. As soon as you open it, you have to have, it's got to be refrigerated. So they send you home with that and this. This is an empty bottle when it comes home. So what you do, this is the super concentrated stuff. You take 2 ounces of this, mix it with 14 ounces of water, and you put it in that. And then that is what you use every day to make this. So I start off with 1 teaspoon of that, but they upped it to 2 teaspoons because my levels were shooting up really high. So they're like, okay, let's take 2 teaspoons in your tonic every day. So I take 2 teaspoons of the diluted tonic in about 3.5 ounces of water. I could really do as much or as little water as I want to. I do about 3.5 ounces. So start off with that. An hour later, I drink that. 30 minutes later, I can eat. And after I eat, I drink that. And then here is my box of supplements. I got this from Hoxie. These three right here came from Hoxie. I had to go someplace else to pick this up in Tijuana. So these came from Hoxie, I believe. And then they sent me to a pharmacy in Tijuana to pick this one up. And then the doctor told me to order this offline. So this right here, I take 9 of these a day, 3 capsules, 3 times a day. This is Montana U-tip capsules. It's an herb. So I take 3 of these 3 times a day. This is their blend for colorectal cancer. It's a Chinese herb. And these are all the different herbs in there. And this is all in Spanish, so I don't know what all this stuff is. That's probably curcumin. I don't know what all this is. It's in Spanish. But I started off with 3 of these twice a day. But then when my CEA levels shot up, it changed to 3 times a day. So they increased that, and they increased that. And then this, I take 2 of these twice a day. This is immune system health, help for the immune system. It's got licorice, red clover, burdock burr. This one's in English. Barberry, whatever that is. There's more turmeric, rhubarb. So I take 2 of these twice a day. And then this is all stuff that either I have added or was like these white ones here. This is from the doctor. This is blood thinner. These came from the functional health people. So the citrus pectin and everything with the white lid except for that and that was prescribed to me from the functional health person. So zinc glycinate, I take 2 of these a day. Once again, this Vinali was told to me by Hoxie to order this off the internet. So I take 1 of these a day. They told me that this is kind of like in their version of a chemotherapy. It's an herbal chemotherapy in their mind. So she told me to get this. It's supposed to be really good. And then I take D3. I take 2 of these a day. And I need to get more of these. I take more organic turmeric. I got this myself. This has the pepper, the black pepper with it, and the black pepper is supposed to help the turmeric absorb in your body better. So I'm getting turmeric from here. Pretty sure I saw turmeric here. Yep, turmeric. And I bet you this curcumin, this is curcumin, which is the ingredient in turmeric. So I'm getting it in 3 different ways. And then I take this butyrine, which is a colon lining nutrition. So I take that twice a day. I could take it as much as 3 times a day. Here's my blood thinner that I get from the doctor because I did have blood clots. So I got blood thinner. This is self-heal. I heard someone talking about this on the internet. Don't really know what it is. It's just supposed to be really good for healing the body of all many different things. It does seem to have some cancer helping agents in there. So I just decided to take it. I'm taking 2 a day. This is milk thistle. This is supposed to help your liver function. It's supposed to help your, help your liver out. So this is good for the liver. My cancer is colon cancer that has spread to my liver. So I take this twice a day. 1 of these twice a day. And then finally, Zymozyme. I don't have any idea. This is some kind of enzyme. This is once again prescribed to me from the functional health nurse. It's some kind of enzyme. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be good for, but she said it's good to take, so I'm taking it. So I fill up 3 of these. Well, my other one's over on the couch. But I have 3 baggies, 1 for morning, 1 for Well, one for after breakfast. Of course, there's a whole bunch more in here because, all of that plus all of that. This is my final one of the evening. My last one of the evening. I've only got 3 pills to take. But I've got a morning one that's got probably 12 or 14 pills, and after a midday one that's got about 12 or 14 pills, and then this one here. So it's hard to keep up with, if I'm being honest. There are days when I miss some things. There are days when I just decide to skip something because I forgot about it. And the bad thing is, okay, so back to this one here, I cannot eat for 2 hours before I take it or 1 hour after I take it. That's why I take it first thing when I wake up in the morning. This one here, you're supposed to take it 30 minutes before eating. I do not know if that means do not eat for at least 30 minutes after you take that, or if it means that I should eat 30 minutes after I take that. I don't know. So I just take it, and 30 minutes later I eat, or maybe not even, but maybe a little later I'll eat, but I just make sure I wait at least 30 minutes before I eat. This one, it just says take with food, and I've got to take that one 4 times a day. So this one's 3 times a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. So I have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then snack. So because this one requires you can't take it for 2 hours, you can't eat for 2 hours before or 1 hour after, by the time I get this whole thing done, it's around 11:30 at night, sometimes midnight. So it's kind of frustrating, but I do my very best to do it all every single day. Some days it doesn't happen, but I try to minimize the days that it doesn't happen, because I'm fighting cancer here. I want to survive, and I want to have good results, and this stuff's not cheap. So let me give you an idea. Try to remember what everything costs. So there goes that again. I buy this usually 13 packets at a time, and it'll last me about 12, 13, 14 weeks. So for 12, 13, 14 weeks, of course, it translates into a gallon. This is like 1 gallon's worth. That's $179. This right here lasts about a month. That's 100 and I think it's 130, but I get a discount, so I think it brings it down to like 110. So about 110 a month. This one here, I've already paid for it all when I went to Hoxie, and when they increased my dose, they sent me more at no charge. They also sent me more of this one, but I did have to pay an extra $250 for the more of this that they sent me. But when I was at Hoxie, everything cost about $2,300. That's for the tonic, the herbs, the doctor's visit, the blood test, and everything. It was about $2,300 plus an extra $250 when I increased my dose and had to buy more of that. This one here is kind of expensive. I think this is like $65 a bottle. All of these, this of course I get pretty much free from my insurance. All the rest of these are ranging anywhere from, I don't know, $8 or $10 a bottle to $20, $25 a bottle. So it's not cheap, but it's cheaper than dying, or it's cheaper than being sick and not being able to work. So at least with this, I'm able to work. I feel good. I feel really good. I mean, tonight I was having some pain in my back. It was like, not like your typical back pain. Of course, I've had this pain off and on for the last few months, but it's just almost like a stabbing pain, like a dull stabbing pain. And in earlier months, I thought it was an indication that my cancer was spreading to my bones, but that's not been the case. So I don't know what the pain in my back is, but I was having some pain tonight. But other than that, I feel really good. I mean, been out shoveling for the last 4 days, shoveling snow by myself, because that's all I got is myself. And I've had the energy to do it. And if I was on chemo, I wouldn't be able to, I don't know what I would do if I was on chemo. I couldn't handle it. because I live by myself with my 5-year-old. And then, of course, I got my dogs and my cat. And I wouldn't be able to take care of any of them. I wouldn't be able to work very much. So this stuff enables me to work. It's expensive, but I'm able to work and I feel good. So that is my daily routine every single day. Now, I go to Hoxie every 6 months, so I'm due to go again in February. I have decided that when I go to Mexico, I will probably not take the tonic with me because it has to be refrigerated at all times. And I'm not going to open up a new bottle to take down there with me. So I will probably be off the tonic for about 3 days. Excuse me, when I go to Hoxie in February. But I will continue with the SEAC tea because if it, I have these big bottles that I can take to keep it kind of cold, but if it doesn't stay cold, it's not that serious. And I kind of feel like it's my backup. Or maybe the Hoxie is the backup. Maybe the SEAC tea is doing the work and the Hoxie is the backup, or vice versa. I don't know. But I feel like as long as I'm on at least one of them, then I'll be okay. So I'll probably go off the Hoxie, which also means I'm going to eat whatever the heck I want to for the time that I'm down there. And I'll take, of course, all my pills, and I will take the citrus pectin. So the only thing I won't have when I'm traveling is going to be the Hoxie tonic. So that's my daily routine. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Do all the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, share, whatever. Some of my videos aren't very shareable because it's just kind of me and my daily life, and who cares about that? But this is important stuff. This is kind of interesting stuff for people who are fighting cancer. So I would say this is a shareable video. So please share it, like, subscribe, and ask me some questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Hope y'all are doing great. I'm in an Airbnb right now, so videos might be hard to come by. I am going to try to sit down tonight and get my Hoxie video that I did maybe uploaded. It's not a good video, guys. This is why I haven't posted it, is because it's just not a real good video. The quality is kind of bad, but it's got good information. So please overlook the bad quality. And getting it good quality is just too time consuming, and I just don't have the time. I don't. So I will upload my crappy Hoxie video and do with it as you will. So have a good night. Talk to you later, and see you later. Bye.